Opportunity to do this webinar. We've got some slides I'm going to go through at the beginning, but a little different than the last one I did. I'll also jump into the actual application and do some live demoing. So we'll try to have some fun with that. I think targeted offers was something, when asked what the subject of the next webinar that I do, I made a suggestion for that, and mainly because I've been getting a lot of requests and a lot of seeing a lot of demand, not only for customer loyalty in general, but for something that seems to be trendy and working perhaps better than the traditional loyalty has in the past. And I think one of the reasons is that targeted offers, the nature of it, is to not just create a loyalty program that is for everyone who happen to be a member or what have you, but to really introduce some personalization to it. So you'll start to see that as we go here, and hopefully you'll learn something new and get something out of this. So first things first, I want to mention again, some of you maybe have visited our website recently and seen the name Thriversa. It is a new branding for LOC Software, and I don't want to dwell on it, but you'll start seeing more and more of it. So I don't want to make it confusing. If you've been a LOC follower, if you've been using our software, you've heard terms like eSuite, and you've heard M Suite perhaps, and Xstore and so forth. And many of those terms started to get too confusing, too many different names that didn't really have meaning. So we've rebranded the entire suite of application, pretty much everything that's new, at least everything browser based, all the new stuff, and we're calling Thriversa. So today's session will be primarily wrapped around Thriversa loyalty, or more specifically targeted offers. Okay, so hopefully that'll help. And again, this is going to be based more specifically on targeted offers, but let me do a quick little intro into customer loyalty to begin with, because of course targeted offers begins with being able to get customers into your system. And some of you, or many, hopefully a lot of you who are at least using LOC Software today, are aware that we have a fully dedicated set of tables in our database that is part of the system. There's not a separate piece. It's part of the LOC system that includes customers. So there's a customer table, and then there is something called a shopper level. So when you want to start up loyalty, you're going to want to get customers into the system. And there's different ways you can do that. We'll touch on that. But the foundation of loyalty will begin with defining what we call shopper levels. So that's the first place where you'll start to say, what do those customers who are part of the membership or the customer loyalty or the sign up, what are they getting as benefits? And that could be discounts. That could be % off, dollars off, and could be points based, and of course could be coupons, the heart of which is electronic coupons. And we'll talk about a nice new wizard that we have to help with creating those kind of coupons, but also what is again the subject of the day, targeted coupons. Okay, but it all starts with creating shopper levels to which your customers are going to get assigned, and we can have unlimited number of shopper levels, so you can build up more and more loyalty tiers if you wish. That's a popular way. And there's even ways to create automatic upgrades within those tiers, okay, based on how much money they spend or how much points they have or how many visits they've made over any time. So once you get customers in, and sign up can come in various ways. It can come anywhere from the back office at the point of sale. We can have an actual sign up screen at the point of sale. We can have sign up through consumer apps like web apps, mobile app, kiosk app. So there's lots of ways to perhaps get your customers into the system. And it doesn't need to be complicated. You can build a customer with simply having a phone number, for example, and many do that. I would advocate that the more details you can get, and you'll see that as we get into the targeted offers, the more benefit you can perhaps have. If you know more about the customer, for example, you'll be able to target them based on the region they live. You'll be able to target them, and not just target them, but report on them. So if you're curious to know where your most, highest spenders are coming from, Or if you want to start sending out mailers, for example, you'll need their address. Even email, of course, if you want to send emails, you want to send text messages, you'll need their cell phone. So the more information you can get, sometimes the more beneficial it will be to your loyalty, you know. But you can start off easy and you can have them add information, or you can add information to their account as you go. And once you've got them signed up, how will they actually identify themselves? Well, they can do so at the register various ways. Give them you could have cards. Cards are still not uncommon in the loyalty, you know, plastic card. You could have a consumer mobile app that we'll just touch on today. It's not the focus of the day, but you could have them give you their phone number. And in some cases, you could even have them enter the phone number on the PIN pad, depending on what bank interface you're using and so forth. So again, there's a few ways to help. And we have a customer search, by the way, so that at the point of sale, if you only have one way to look them up, if you have their name, if you have their phone number, you'll be able to find them in the system, okay? So lots of flexibility there. And one thing I wanted to give you and very briefly touch on is there's a mechanism to how these targeted offers work, and points and various things, particularly if you're a chain of stores, okay? So if you've got more than one store and you want to centralize your loyalty, we're using a set of APIs we call a pay service or SMS payment. And think of it as just the way to keep all the information that you might need regarding the customer, like their point balance, what offers they've got once you start assigning offers, things like that. If you're going to do an in-house gift card, what's their gift card balance? And you're going to be able to accommodate that at the register in real time across your group of stores. Now, if you're only one store, you're still going to use it, but you know, you're going to have it on your back office of the store, and your registers will talk to that back office. But again, where it becomes really beneficial, you got multiple stores and you want to make sure that as soon as they sign up, they can go to another store perhaps and find out their point balance or what offers they have, okay? Or as soon as you assign those offers. So that's the architecture behind it, for example. And we use that set of APIs and the service, as we call it, to accommodate more than just targeted offers. It could be used for points. It could be used for gift card, as I mentioned, in-house gift card. It can be used for a pretty much non-loyalty feature altogether, but it's called centralized refund. So if you've ever wanted to have the ability to recall details of the transaction so that the customer, when they come back for a refund, you don't have to try to guess at what was the original price or how did it get there by looking at the receipt. You know, you can scan the receipt and it'll pull back all the details of the transaction for a refund. And nowadays, we're also introducing the use of this for house charge and charge accounts. Okay. So that's the loyalty engine, a little bit behind under the hood, if you will. Let's go on here. So Thriversa, again, Thriversa, the name Thriversa, in this case, as it applies to loyalty, and think of it as a set of user interface, okay? So I'm going to show you some demo of that. I'm going to open a browser on my computer, and I'm going to show you how we can log in through that browser. And being browser-based brings a lot of flexibility. Means you could be doing your work as a retailer to create offers, assign offers, look at customers, build customers, do reports, all remotely if you wish, or in-house. But being through a browser, giving you that opportunity to do it even on a Mac or a tablet. Most of you who are at least familiar with our software know we're a good Windows, Microsoft, client-server app, you know, good son to Microsoft, if you will. But with a browser-based set of user interface, you got the flexibility. You don't really have to install anything on the device you're going to use. You're just going to open a browser and sign in. Okay, more flexibility. And through that same browser interface, you're going to be able to do things that are even not necessarily loyalty related. You'll be able to do item maintenance, price maintenance. It's a whole nother session, but I can talk to you about those things in the future if you've not already seen them. It's nice because it's a grid-based system. It looks like working in a spreadsheet, and it gives you a little bit more like familiarity than the typical desktop user interface that we've had for so many years. Most people are used to working in a spreadsheet, so you'll find it easy, user-friendly, but very powerful still. So use it to do item maintenance, of course. Use it to do reporting of all sorts, including what I'm going to talk about today, which is loyalty reporting and how to measure the success of your targeted offers, how to see who's got the offers, who's redeemed them, and so forth. All again in a spreadsheet like grid that you can at any time, by the way, if you're a real Excel person, you might appreciate, you can export any of this stuff pretty much on one click. So you run a report, you want to get that data out, one click, out to Excel, very clean data dump where you can use that data perhaps for your own, data mining purpose, perhaps for exporting to another application for various things. So it's a great user interface for all those reasons. And by the way, even copy data in from Excel or what have you, almost as simple as copy paste as well. So we'll do some more sessions, I'm sure, in the future, and you'll get more exposure if you haven't already to what that is. But big thing we've introduced with Thriversa and that browser interface that I think is going to be well received by many of you is a coupon wizard. So you probably know, again, if you've been using LOC, we've long had a very strong coupon engine. It's really been the heart of a lot of our promotional ability, at least more complex promotions, where you could build a coupon and you could assign, criteria to that coupon so that it was useful for even the most complex scenarios. Oh, a customer has to buy this. You have to buy at least a turkey of 5 pounds or more, plus the stuffing, only on Tuesdays, any kind of criteria you can imagine building up, you could do through a coupon wizard, but granted, not always the easiest to figure out. So the coupon wizard we introduced strive to make it easier, a little bit more step through and a little bit more logical. Build a coupon based on what type of coupon is it? Is it money off? Is it % off? Is it a buy one, get one, and so forth? We'll go through it, so you'll see that. So the coupon wizard, I think, is a nice introduction. The heart or the main thing that's, differs targeted offers from any other type of coupon, targeted coupon, is, of course, the fact that you're going to select which customers you want to assign that coupon to. So you've been putting customers in your system. You've now been tracking what they're buying, how many visits they've been making, demographic information if you've got that. Where do they live? Are they male, female, older, younger? So why not leverage all of that? Because when you do a segmentation based on any of that criteria, who are your top spenders? Who hasn't been in the store for a while, for example? And you send them an offer, they're going to feel like you appreciate them, you recognize them. That's what makes it successful, I think. Combine that with being able to do things like send notification after you assign the offer, send them an email, send them a text message, let them know you know who they are and you want, you're grateful for their loyalty, or you notice they haven't been in the store for a while, or they haven't been shopping in a certain department, or they have. And therefore, when you create coupons for them and assign them those coupons, number one, they're going to feel, again, a little bit more like you know who they are and you recognize them, but also you can then work to assign coupons that make more sense. For example, if you're trying to attract them to your bakery department because you notice the bakery sales have been down, why not give them a free loaf of bread? Get them, enticed to start, right? So you can really build a campaign that works on some logical means and has an end goal. It makes sense. So you're doing those target segmentation, you're assigning those targeted offers. When you create one of these offers, we call them an offer. It's really a coupon of sorts, right? Which could, again, be a free item, money off, what have you. You're making it in a way that could be automatically provided to them the moment they show up at the register and identify themselves. Or you're doing one extra step, which is to make it clippable, as it's called. Now, making a coupon clippable goes to suggest that there's one further step that the customer has to do than just show up at the store. They have to clip the coupon digitally. They have to activate the coupon. Now, how do they do that? That's the trick, right? If you're going to make a coupon clippable, it's probably because you've invested in a mobile app, or in the very least, and I'll show you that, you've given them the heads up that when they get to the store, the cashier may be telling them, hey, you've got a coupon that you could use if you want to. And if you haven't had the chance to be able to clip it because you don't have the mobile app or what have you, I can clip it for you if you want to use it. And I'll show you that, okay? So that's something to keep in mind. Now, as I show you how to do this stuff, at some stage, you might say to yourself, gosh, that's powerful. I like that, but I don't have all the time in the world to keep creating these campaigns and identifying the customers and assigning them the offers. And I'm going to want to make a campaign that is continuous, like, for example, a birthday campaign. So I want to segment everybody whose birthday is coming up in the next week. It takes a few clicks to figure out who those people are, assign them an offer, send them an email. But the great thing is you can schedule, once you've decided how you want to do this, who do you want to target and what offer do you want to assign, and do you want to send them an email? There's a way to schedule that. So now the system will take care of doing the identification of the customers whose birthday is coming up, of sending them that email to give them a happy birthday and tell them they've got an offer waiting for them. Okay. And the system will keep doing that for as long as you want it to keep doing it until you stop that task or change it or what have you. And you can decide, I want to run it daily, weekly, monthly. So it's a nice thing because it helps to alleviate some of that effort that you'd otherwise have to put in once you've got a successful campaign going. And the last part of the whole thing really is to measure the success. It's important, right? Track the results. Figure out, who have I been assigning those offers to? How many? How much money have I got out there in offers and everything? And how many are redeeming it? If they're never redeeming it, what's the point, right? It's not working. Let's do something different. So it's important to be able to track that. You'll have reports. I'll show you some of that to be able to do that. Now, I've included point program, and you might think point program is a separate, it's a separate gig altogether from targeted coupon, and it is in a sense, but actually, because you're creating coupons with criteria before you're deciding who should get those coupons, one of the criteria you can use is, are they part of a point program and do they have enough points? And then you can create coupons that say, well, once you've got 100 points, we're going to assign you an offer and we're going to let you use those points to get $5 off. And that's just obviously just an example, right? So points can be combined with this. And remember, you've got a bunch of point programs that you can play with. You got up to 35 point programs in our product in LOC, right? So you've got plenty of opportunity to decide what you want to do with those programs. But it can be combined with targeted offers. So keep that in mind also. And it's another way to mix it up and make it successful. The last slides I just want to touch on, because again, it's a whole nother session, perhaps, if you want to get into that. I talked about a consumer-facing app. So when you're going to do targeted offers, you might want to have the ability for the consumers to look on their phone and see what offers are assigned to them, or look on the web, or look on a kiosk that you put on in the store, maybe even, okay? Self-serve kiosk. And we have apps for that. And we can get involved in a project. It's kind of a white label app in the sense that it's not really branded until we decide to work with you and put your branding, but it's something that can be used to help you sign up customers, let them sign up on their own, put their profile information in, decide if they want to have a card or not a card on, in-app barcode to present. If you've already got customers, you can still introduce a phone app and let them, you don't have to have them sign up again. They'll be able to find their account through the phone app and link it, right? And then you can use it for such things as tracking their progress. And, we talked about points as for clubs sometimes. Oh, you're going to give some free, like the coffee club is a classic, right? Buy 10 coffee, get one free. Give the customer the opportunity to find out where they are. How many coffees do I have to go? Now that's printing on the receipt. You don't need a phone app for that, just to be clear. But just another aspect of the phone app that can be used. What's their point program balance? What's their club balance? Is there a way to present the phone? You don't want to have to hand out plastic cards. Let's allow them to present a barcode on their phone. We like to use a QR code if you've got scanners that are capable of scanning those QR codes, which all the new scanners are, because you can make it very secure. If you've got a QR code, I can generate that a different code every time you launch the app and make it expire. So nobody can get a picture of my code and, you know, pretend they're me. So that's all stuff that's available through the phone app. Big thing, I think, if you're going to want to make coupons that are clippable, you're going to want perhaps to have a way to display those coupons again, perhaps through the phone app, so the customer can clip them on their phone. Okay. So not necessary, don't get me wrong. You don't need to have consumer apps in order to do this stuff. But again, if you're going to do stuff like, you know, I talked about in-house gift card, target offers that are clippable, you might want to have a phone app or a kiosk, or at least consider it as a second phase. A lot of this is new. A lot of it is even new to LOC. You know, we've not been in that business of doing phone apps and in-house kiosks for that long. We've refined it and been building it up. But maybe talk, if you're interested, we can talk together, talk with your, you know, SDCR, and we'll come back to questions, okay? Because right now what I want to do is jump into the actual demo of this stuff, okay? So I'm going to go in a browser right now. Let me, if I can find my browser. And I'm going to pretend, actually, I've got a demo system installed in the cloud. This is a very cloud-friendly system. You don't have to have it in the cloud. It can be on-premise in your server, but it's one of those things that can be cloud-hosted and works well if it's cloud-hosted. So I'm going to go in there and I'm going to pretend that, you know, I'm a store owner like yourself. I've got this Triversa loyalty system set up, and I'm going to log in. And I'm going to start showing you some of what I was talking about. Let's start with building the coupons. That's probably the first step that you're going to want to do if you're going to do targeted coupons. Build the coupons, and what better way than using the coupon wizard I talked about. So, you know, a coupon is a kind of an item in our system at least, but it's an isolated type of item. It's a coupon item, not an item you would sell. So it's got its own section here in the items. So new coupon. What type of coupon, right? Is it dollar off? Is it percent off? Buy one, get one type coupon? Like a bundle price coupon? Well, I got to buy this and this and that, but then I get them all for special price. Let's say it's a dollar off type coupon. How much? How much actually, right? $1.50. Just an example. Oh, what coupon type? Well, remember I said we're playing with targeted coupons today. I could make this as a printed coupon. Print on the receipt and bring it back next time. But today we're talking about targeted coupon. And what's my coupon? Oh, $1.50 off strawberries. I'm just giving you an example, obviously. Where would the coupon revenue go? Do you have a coupon department you're putting your coupon revenue in? Or does it make sense that since I'm talking about strawberries, I want the revenue from the coupon to go in the produce department? Now you might notice, I've not even given the coupon a code. It's an item, right? In what was known as SMS Pro, what is known as SMS Pro, our traditional back office, it's pretty much the first thing you had to do was decide what code you were going to give when you built the coupon. And that's a challenge in itself sometimes. Oh, what was the last code I used? What's available? Got to go looking. If I don't want to decide what to give the code, the system will generate a code. See? Automatically. And automatically, hopefully this is not too small for you guys to see on the screen. I can't see tell what resolution you have. Well, that's going to give a code that is in a tradition of the kind of standard that we try to promote. Let's start coupons with 9.6 or 9.7 because you'll be able to identify them, okay? In this case, it's going to start doing sequential coding according to what the next number is available. So it's just a way to make it easier. So I built a coupon. Now, it's not quite much of a coupon because I haven't put any criteria on it. But what criteria do I want to add? Well, if you've been following along, it's $1.50 off strawberry. It makes sense. I'm going to add one of the criteria is going to be what item that you need to buy. So what is it? Well, I said strawberries, right? Let's go look for that. Strawberries, $1.50 off strawberries. Well, it turned out I got a lot of strawberry type item in my database, but let's pretend that's the item. That's the actual strawberries I wanted. And what did I say? Well, I got to buy at least one. At least one. Now, maybe we're talking about a package of strawberries here, perhaps, right? If it was pounds, you could say not quantity, but weight. You have to buy at least a pound. But you see how it's going, right? I'm adding criteria to what it needs to be. And I think a little bit simpler, easier step through method of building a coupon, adding criteria, right? A little bit of a wizard, as I said before. So we've got a coupon. What's next? Let's figure out, and this is the fun part, I think, which customers do we want to assign the coupon to? We've been getting customers in our system. They've been buying stuff. How do we want to target those coupons? You got all kinds of ways. Customer general list, more criteria. Let's target them, for example, based on where do they live? What city or what zip code? And you can see all the various criteria here. How about those points? We've been making a point program. Let's look for the customers who've got at least X number of points. Because maybe we made a coupon that says you need at least 100 points, right? So let's target the customers based on points. Or what else? Let's target the customers based on creation period. That's a good one. Let's say, okay, let's look for all the customers who signed up in the last week. Or in the, I don't know how much customers I got in my system. So I'm going to go last month. Who signed up last month? Execute. It's going to go through the system. Look for the results. These are the 4 customers who signed up in my system last month. Let's take them all and let's action on the results. That's the beauty. It's not just a report. It's a set of criteria, a set of results that you can action on. Let's assign them that offer, right? Let's go find that strawberry. Strawberry offer. And let's add that offer to all those customers. So global. Now, I could make it clippable. I don't have to. Remember, if I make it clippable, it's because I've decided to give that one extra step. The customer needs to see those coupons somewhere, or the cashier has to clip the coupon, activate the coupon on their behalf. Not everybody likes that idea, you know, it's one of those things. You'll decide whether it seems like something that's meaningful for your customers or not. I mean, if I have to say one thing about why you might want to make a coupon clippable, it's perhaps to give the customer the opportunity to say, oh, I know I've got that coupon, but you know what? I want to save it. I don't want to use it right now. And by the way, these coupons can have an expiry date, of course, but still I can say, well, I've got a whole month if I've got an expiry date. Strawberries are on sale right now. You know what? I'm not going to use the coupon. I'm going to save it. That's if you make it clippable, because if you don't make it clippable, they buy the strawberries and you've got a coupon assigned to them. It's just going to come off. They're going to save that money as soon as they identify themselves. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So I found the customers I want. I found the coupon I want, and I'm going to say global, and I'm going to apply that coupon to those 4 customers. What did I do? I basically put that coupon in their, let's call it electronic wallet. That's a term that's commonly used. I've put it in the system so that when they show up at the store, or perhaps when they go on their mobile app, they're going to know they've got that coupon available for them. They just got to buy the strawberries now. And let me just jump over to the POS just to give you a little example. Imagine this is your POS screen, and now the customer comes in and identifies themselves, and they have not had the opportunity to clip that coupon for whatever reason, okay? And Audrey comes in and she gets to hear the cashier say, oh, look, offer, because this will show up. This shows up because we've assigned them offers, right? You don't see that right now on your POS probably, right? But that's a little thing. It doesn't have to be that little logo. It could be whatever you wish. But something shows up, and now cashier clip on there and say, hey, you got 2 offers. One of them is just $5 off because somebody created a targeted coupon to look at who joined in the last month and give them $5 off. The other one is for strawberries. But you know what, ma'am, or it needs to be clipped. In other words, you can decide, do I want to use them today or not? Yeah, I want to use it. Okay, I'll clip it for you. So it's activated, right? So all that they have to do now is buy the strawberry, right? Buy that strawberry. Look, they get the $1.50 off, real time. See how it works? So it's a real-time coupon assigned to the customer, and it's serialized in a sense. It's that coupon sits in our database, identifying that it's for Audrey Hepburn. It's not for anybody else. It's got an expiry date. It can only be used once. All those kind of things make it a serialized coupon, right? So that's another good part of what makes targeted offers very successful in a sense. You can't, very difficult to cheat, duplicate, not like a printed coupon that you might be able to reprint, right? So that's how it's going. Create the coupon, segment the customer based on different criteria, assign the offer. What else? I skipped over a step. Send them a notification. So just as you can assign an offer once you've identified the customers, you can send them a notification. And what we use are templates out of the box. You get a certain number of templates. That means those of you that have been working with emails at all, you know that mostly all those email templates are made in HTML, right? You may have done it with Outlook. You may have done it with MailChimp. There's a bunch of HTML editors, and you can use existing templates you might have. We just have to tell you where to put them. But once you've got those templates, or you build up, or you use one of the templates that we're going to provide you, you'll have them selection here. Okay, it'll have a name. So I'm going to use the email offer template, and I'm going to send an email to everybody, and the subject is going to be, oh, your offers, whatever you want it to be, and it's going to go out to those customers. It's going to go out to those customers. And by the way, I've got real customers in my system. So guess what? Scott, Jack, and they're getting emails right now. But the email is going to look something like this. Well, I say it's going to look something like this until and unless you decide to dress it up, which you'll probably want to do. It's kind of plain, right? It's got LOC logo, which of course you won't want. You'll have your logo. It's got a little bit of verbiage, and it's got a table. But this is HTML. So that means you can put whatever background colors, whatever logo, dress it up. The template, you know, the smart of the template is to pull this data out of the database to show what the offers are. There's that strawberry offer. What needs to happen, or it needs to be clipped. So you know, you'll work with the folks at STCR are very good at this kind of stuff, and they'll help you dress it up if you're not techie and you're not familiar with HTML and so forth, right? The text templates are even simpler, of course, because what's a text message? It's a single line, basically, maybe 2 lines. And it's actually HTML again, but it'll look something like this, and you can edit it. Oh, thank you for your loyal. Now, in a text message, you can't really put detail, you know, how much details you're going to put. So you're going to put something like this, perhaps. And you know what this is? This is the tricky part. This helps to identify that in our database says, hi, Pat. Hi, Audrey. That code right there is the first name of the customer. Don't expect you to understand how that works. STCR can help you with that. But if you're a real techie person and you know our database, you're going to know F1149 is the customer's first name, right? But that's just a way to help, again, make it more personalized and send those text messages. For the average retailer, you're just going to have a set of templates that have names that are meaningful to you. Oh, it's the strawberry message. Oh, it's the welcome message, you know? So that's all part of the beauty of this. Send them the notifications, assign them the offer so that it's automatically in their electronic wallet. Let them know. And important to realize, it's no brainer for the cashier. They don't have to try to remember if the customer has offers or not. I mean, yeah, there's that part that I mentioned where perhaps if you want, you're going to allow them to clip coupons on behalf of the customer. I used up that coupon, so it's not there no more. But that's optional. If you don't even want to mess with that, the cashier doesn't have to know anything except identify the customer and they're going to get their offer, right? You're going to do the background work. Now, I said, one of the things I said, and I want to do a couple more examples, because what I did was look for the customers whose signed up last week. But remember, there's so much more you can do. And where you're going to like this is stuff like, I don't want to look for profile type information to segment the customer, but I could. Whose birthday is coming up? Remember? Let's target the seniors. Sure. But what about let's target who's been shopping or who hasn't been shopping? We're still going to go under customers, but instead of the list, we're going to go looking for sales information. So I'm going to say in the past month, for example, I'm going to go back a little further because I don't have much sales in my system. Past few months, what do I want to do? I want to look for customers. Whoops. I want to look for customers who have sales higher than or lower than, who've this many visits higher than or lower than. Or how about top X customers based on amount? What do I mean top X? Top 50 customers for that period of time based on amount spent. Let's look for that. Across one store, all the stores, right? Let's look for that. There you go. Top 50 customers across that period of time. Interactive report too, right? So I see the customer's information. Let's sort them. Highest to lowest. Oh, there he is. Richard Bell spent the most money. Mo spent. Patrick. Okay. Let's assign them an offer once we've got them. Let's send them notification. Let's action on those results. So all things that you can do from this user interface. But again, as you start doing these things, you're going to find campaigns that you like to use. I want to target those top 50 customers for the month. I don't want to have to do those few clicks every month because it's going to be a continuous thing. So once I've got that set, let's schedule a task. And what's the task going to do? Well, it's going to assign an offer to those customers, and it's going to run every month, first Saturday of the month. I'm going to give the task a name. So when I go look for it later, it's top 50. And I'm going to choose that coupon that I want to assign to it. And I'm going to say, is it clippable or not? And I'm going to save that. And from then on, the system's going to take care of running that offer. It's finding who the customers are, assigning the offer, send them a notification. And what I need to do once in a while, check in on the results. Come under offer, detail. Detail is one. I can just go look for who's got redemption. I can go look for what offers are out there. Detail is a nice one because I can see exactly who's got those offers that I've been assigning. How much money do they have? How many have they used? How many clipped and everything? It's real granular detail of those offers that you can use to check up your programs, right? Your campaigns. But that segmentation portion is the fun. Let's look for the customers, as I said. And by the way, one thing we introduced in this Thriversa that didn't really exist before was a lot of time it's not just about looking for the customers who have been shopping. It's about finding the ones who haven't been shopping. And the only difference is pick a period, click this. Customers that have no movement. Right? Instead of the ones that have been here, who are the ones who haven't been here? Now, right, same thing after that. Execute that. Get the results. Action on the results. No movement. Oh, one more example. And there's plenty more that we could go through. Let's go through an example where you want to target customers who just haven't been shopping, but who have been shopping in a specific department or for specific item. So in the customer again, but over to item total now. So in the past few months, more criteria, which customers have been shopping in this sub-department range? What range? Well, that's bakery. I could put more than one because it's a range, but I'm going to say bakery. That's the customers who've been shopping in bakery in that particular period of time. Same thing, right? Get results, action on the results, send them an offer. So lots of ways to do it. And I'll give you one more. A little more complicated, not necessarily a starter one. What about you want to go down further? I get results. Okay, let's start that, right? Let's go looking for those customers. Which customers in the past month, and bear with me, there's a little trickier one. Which customers in the past month have not been shopping in my store? Or let's say, who are those top 50 customers? Who are they? First of all, let's go back. Okay, we got those. Of those customers, of the top 50, subquery. That means I've taken the first set of results. I want to do a subquery of those customers who've been shopping in bakery. You follow me? So now we're taking the results from the first query and we're drilling down further to say, of my top 50 customers, who have or who have not been shopping in bakery, for example. Same as I did before, right? But it starts with one result and then drills down further. Why would you ever do that? Well, when you get comfortable with this type of thing, you're going to find other types of ways you want to, oh, who've been in the store in my bakery department, but not in my produce department? Who've not been in the store for a while, but they were in the store 3 months ago? Those are all subqueries. So it's not necessarily the simplest one, but it's one you can build your way into. And man, you can just keep daisy chaining those subqueries for anybody who's technical and would want to get into this, okay? So let's take a quick recap. Okay, what are we talking about here? We're talking about a set of tools that can help you to build a coupon in a nicer, easier way. Decide what that reward is. Is it money off? Is it a free item? Does it require points for redemption? All those things. Identify the customers to who you want to assign that coupon. Not just everybody. Oh, the ones who have been shopping in the store, the ones who have not been shopping, the ones who've been buying in bakery, the one whose birthday is coming up. Put that offer in their electronic wallet so it sits there. It's only for them. It can only be used once or twice or as many times as you wish. It's got an expiry date or not. Make it clippable or not. Send them a notification, text message or an email. Let them know they've got that offer, right? We know who you are. We know you've been shopping in our store, or we miss you, you haven't been in the store. Here's an offer. Allow them to come in and redeem it. Kind of an easy process. They just need to identify themselves, buy the strawberries, they're going to get the $1.50 off, what have you. And allow you the reporting and all the tools to help identify who those people are that you've been assigning offers to. How many offers do you have out there? How much money is out there in exposure? And mix it up. See what's been successful, who's been redeeming which offers, who hasn't. Okay, that's important, right? You want to have a successful type of promotion campaign, you need to be able to monitor it and mix it up. And automate the process to a degree. Schedule a task to take care of that segmentation of customer and assigning the offer and sending them the message. And one last little techie tip for you before we go to questions. It's important. So for the tech, it might be in the audience there. If you've had any experience with sending out emails, especially bulk emails, as a retailer, we have a system that's capable of generating those emails and actually, you know, sending them out without any third party involved. However, you run the risk. So when you're sending a lot of emails, there's a strong chance that at some point somebody's going to accuse you of spam. And that's a hassle because you can get blacklisted. So we suggest you get an Amazon mail. It's called Amazon Web Service. And this is the help file we have. It's, again, not necessarily something you're going to have to do all on your own. You'll work with SDCR. They'll help you. They've done this. They'll help get you set up, but I highly recommend it. It's a small cost from what I understand that comes from Amazon, maybe a penny, couple pennies per email. And they also can take care of helping set up the text messaging. And they're going to provide the means for the customer to click on a place in the email and say, I want out, I want to opt out, or I want to send back a text message that says stop because I don't want those messages, okay? and they're going to help you prevent from getting blacklisted. So keep that in mind. All right, Angel, maybe we want to go questions. Angel, are you there?
Sorry about, yeah, I am here. I was having some issues with my video. Yeah, we have a few questions.
All right.
So the first question that I have here is, oh, I currently do not have customer loyalty set up. What would you recommend my next steps to be to set up loyalty and target offers in my store?
That is a darn good question. And, the answer is not black and white. So I guess like everything, there's opinions. And if I'm going to tell you my opinion, my opinion is when you've not yet got any customers in your system at all, start off simple. Figure out what you think is the best way to help recruit those customers, okay? With what I've shown you, you realize perhaps that you can get customers to sign up at the register. I don't know your store. I don't know how, invasive that might be to have customers sign up at the register. Some stores don't want that. Sign them up at a customer service desk, perhaps. Could you send out a mailer? Send out a mailer saying, we've got a new loyalty program coming on. Drop by the store, drop by the customer service desk, call us. All those kind of things. Again, it doesn't have to be a complicated scenario to get a customer signed up. It could be just as much as their phone number, or you could even just assign a number to them. Just so you want to know. Figure out if you want to hand out cards or not, but you don't need to. And what I'm saying is get some customers in the system before you start really getting to the targeted offer and assignment and everything. Let's build up some customers. Let's start getting some results of tracking their sales. That's going to help you anyway once you want to start doing target offers. The length of time you might want to wait, that's up to you. But I would say, get customers going in the system for a while, maybe 3 months, see how good a job you're doing at that. And, along the way, once you get them signed up, even without getting into the targeted offers, you can set them in a shopper level that says, as soon as you sign up, you're going to get some money off. You can select products that you put money off, or you can say a certain day of the week, you're going to get 5% off, and put something to entice them. And that's what I would suggest. Start off slow.
You
Hopefully.
also can, and you can also contact us at STCR. You can contact the best email at sales@stcr.com. If you are not a customer with us, if you're a customer with us, reach out to the help desk or your sales rep, and we can help you with that process. The next question for you, Pat, is does target offers require a separate module to use?
Yeah, that's a good question. So your sales rep will help you to identify the pricing and such, but there is a module called targeted offer. It's all the mod. You remember I was talking about this service we call the pay service that provides the loyalty engine. Well, it's licensed on the client side. That means it's licensed by the number of POS that you want to use to redeem those offers. It's not licensed on the server side. It's licensed on the client side. So yes, there is a module for that.
Thank you, Pat. The next one is we had someone type in the wrong member number. So one member received another member's target offer by mistake. How do you make the offer available to the intended member again?
Oh, okay. Well, again. Well, I mean, okay. I'm not sure I'm catching of course, for the customer who should have got the offer and did not, you can simply go find that customer with whatever, okay, like let's say it was me. I can search by my last name. I'm probably in the system more than once, by the way. Oh, my wife's there. So I can find me and I could say, let's assign that offer, right? Now, I don't know if you want to do something about the offer that was assigned to the wrong person, on the other hand. In that case, you would have to go to the assigned offer. So there's a way to do that as well, right? I can look up the offer that's been assigned. So let's go see. See, I can look up the offer that's been assigned. Actually, if I want to do that, I'm going to say by customer. And I can find that offer and the customer. Oh, look, I don't have the customer's name. I only have their ID. But guess what? I can decide to add the name. You know, the grids that show up are not fixed. You can play with them. You can decide. So you know what? Steve shouldn't have got that offer. So what do I do? Actually got it. Maybe you don't care at this stage, but maybe you want to get rid of that offer exactly. So if I go here and assign offer, I'll see he's already got it. I can remove the offer from him. See, so there is a way to eliminate the offer from someone that has already been assigned to, if that's what you really want to do.
The next question is, do I need to worry about the offer I send to the customer being used more than once?
No. So when I assign the offer, I did not make it clear, right? A lot of times you're going to assign an offer and there's only going to be one of that offer. But again, let's say I've got that customer and I want to assign an offer. One of the things that you're going to do when you go to assign the offer is decide the quantity. The default is one. And believe me, if you assign one offer, once that offer is used up, they're not going to get it again. It's out of the offer table under their name. It's done. It's flagged as redeemed. In fact, it doesn't go out of the table, but it gets flagged as redeemed. That means they can't use it again. Now, I could have assigned him 2 or 3, in which case, of course, he can use another one. But once he's used the quantity that you said, you cannot use it anymore. When he identifies himself at the register, he's just not going to have that offer available for him anymore. That's part of the beauty of this. It's like a serialized coupon in a sense.
The next question is, what anecdotes or data do you have on how sales have improved for a store based on adopting targeted offers?
Yeah. That's a tough one. That's a tough one, honestly. We're a developer for one, right? So we don't, and I don't want to cop out, but we don't get that kind of information too much. We do the development. We rely on our partners like STCR. Turn it around to you, Angel. But I mean, I do know anecdotally in speaking with retailers that it has been successful for what it's worth. So I can't give you a very good answer. Maybe over time, hopefully I'll perhaps get more of those metrics. But I do know that it's been one of the most successful loyalty type of tools or campaigns, as the reasons I think I've mentioned. It's more personalized.
Well, I've only heard good things about it, if that
Yeah.
helps any. The next question is, can you use the targeted offer module with SMS Pro 3.5, or do you have to go to the to a newer version of SMS?
It's a tricky question. You wouldn't think it'd be tricky, but in fact, you can use it with 3.5. The answer is yes. The tricky part is we're going to get into this whole discussion of what version is what version. We consider Triversa, the piece that I'm showing you here, which helps you to assign the offer and everything. It's been formerly called as 4.5. But anyway, I think the easiest way to answer is if you have 3.5x, you're eligible. You're ready. Now, I would encourage you to get to the latest version because you know what? This thing's going to get better every release. But just to say, if you've got 3.5, you're in the position to start using targeted offers if you don't already have this Triversa loyalty, you'll need that, and you'll need the offer module. But you don't necessarily have to upgrade, okay, to get that if you're on 3.5.
If you do have any additional questions, email us at sales@stcr.com because I can't see exactly who sent the question. So just reach out to us and I can talk to you about your store and what version of stuff you're on and what we recommend at STCR. So I think that might be the last question. I do not see any more.
Okay.
I did want to make a couple announcements. The first one is tomorrow we'll be hosting our self-checkout monthly master series at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. Paul Berry from Toshiba will be going over self-checkout best practices. Then later this month, we'll also be hosting our widely popular Lunch and Learn series. This will be on Thursday, June 27th at 1 p.m. Eastern time. We'll be going over best practices for item maintenance and SMS. If you do not have a link or would like a link to the webinar, please email us at sales@stcr.com and we can get that over to you. Pat, thank you so much. You did a wonderful job. And thank you all for joining us today. And I hope you all have a great day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.